Basically, understanding that life begins when you move. And as soon as you move, life decides to get in your way and cause you a problem. And then we say, let's show up in the morning, do a show, stand up, take a step, repeat, keep going until you get what you want, and ask that wonderful question. Why would you stop before you got what you wanted anyway? It makes no sense, does it? I don't think so. All right, so let's talk about some embarrassing moments. Let's talk about being triggered. Let's talk about actually trying to do a podcast and a video when the guy's mowing the lawn outside today. Just talk about all the things in life that could come together to make you just get crazy. So, embarrassing moments. They do happen to all of us. Even when you swear you're not going to do it, and you say, hey, listen, I'm a responsible person. I'm a disciplined person. I do the D and the R word, right? I'm okay at disciplining myself to do the things I want to be doing. But what happens when, and why does it happen when you find yourself falling into that situation again? Being triggered, as I like to say. So let me set this up for you a little bit. Triggering could be just about anything. In fact, it could go down to a diet. I know I've been triggered over the years. I've lost the same 60 pounds 3 times. I'm not doing it again. I'm stopping. It's it. Not going to go back up again. I'm a high achiever, going both ways, up and down. But what would happen to me is I'd make up my mind because I am the boss of me, and I'd say, hey, you're the boss of you. You just go on a diet and lose yourself a whole bunch of weight, and that's it. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll show up Monday morning at the job called my diet, and I'll go lose the weight. And then, lunch comes up, and somebody says, hey, Scott, you want to go out to lunch? I'm like, yeah, let's go. What was my trigger there? It was pretty simple. It was that guy, that lady, whoever it was that said, let's go to lunch. Could it be that simple? Yeah, I think most things are that simple. And that's the problem. We don't think about them because they're so simple. There are 3 things you need to pay attention to if you want to control this. And you got to have a little discipline, but mostly a lot of awareness. If you can do that, and you're going to be aware today, you can take control of any embarrassing moment in your life and make a big difference. So what are those 3 things? Well, it all begins by recognizing, I guess, that, we're emotional critters. We are. I know people usually in my business, the personal development business, say we're emotional creatures, emotional beings. We're just emotional critters. We're just all animals, right? So emotions are where things kind of lead. We talked about that on last week's show as well. We all begin with emotions, and that's what's causing the triggering here. Triggering is somebody getting on your skin to get you to do something you don't want to do, even if it's you. So what do we do about that? Well, you're on autopilot. Most of what you're doing in your life is on autopilot, which means that all these behaviors, these things you're doing, they're habits. I guess you can call them a habit, but they're an automatic behavior. Now, what is that? Well, when you start a new activity, any activity, like probably the one you'll start today when we talk about this stuff, it'll be hard. You have to think about it. It won't be top of mind. But eventually it gets pushed down from your short-term memory into your long-term memory, and some of it just becomes a repeating action. It's automatic. You'll do it without even thinking, and that's where you want to be. The problem is, you got a lot of stuff already there, don't you? And that's the issue. So we have to slowly kind of chip away at it to get these behaviors to change. So emotional critters, we got to change these behaviors that may have been around for a very long time. So how do we do that? Well, number 1, you got to catch yourself after you do it. Wait a second, Scott, you can't do that. What do you mean catch myself after the fact? That's not going to help me at all. I could be embarrassed. I could do stupid stuff. I catch myself after the fact. That's not worthy of this podcast. Okay, hang in there. Sorry, hit the microphone. We're going to get there. You got to catch yourself after the fact, because remember I said you had to be aware that it's even happening? And you currently are, but now you don't know quite what to do next. So what I want you to do is when you do something next time or something happens to you, I want you to say, okay, did it again. I'm not going to do it next time. It's kind of all you have to do. You can get dramatic if you want to, but did it again, darn it. Well, I'm not going to do it. Now, what's the goal? So we're going to set a goal. We're all goal-oriented creatures, people around here. We all set goals. And so what we want to do is set a goal. So the first goal is to catch yourself after you've done something. So whatever you do today, anytime you do something that you don't like, that embarrasses you, a behavior, whatever it happens to be, just catch yourself. And set the new goal to next time catch yourself sooner. I know. It's simple, crazy stuff. Wait a second. You mean I can actually make a mistake and catch myself after the fact? Mm-hmm. Well, you're going to do that anyway. You're all right now. You mean actually I can catch myself in the moment and do it in the moment and fix the problem? Yeah, that's what you always do when you catch yourself doing something you don't want to do and you stop, right? That's how it always works. So the first goal, catch yourself after the fact. The second one is catch yourself during the fact. Now, here's the hard part. When you catch yourself in the act of picking up that slice of pizza and taking that bite, Or maybe you get lucky, you catch it as you're kind of ordering it, you change your mind. But if you catch it, no matter where you are, do your best to stop. Instantly, just stop the behavior. Now, you're probably not going to go do it. I already paid for it. I'm going to eat that pizza, right? I get it. But just by thinking, I shouldn't be doing this, I'm going to get it right next time. What we've done is we've moved that trigger catching a little bit sooner in the process, haven't we? So the first part is always just to catch it after the fact, become aware. Second one is be in the middle of it, be aware where the action is happening. So well, what's the third place we have to be? If we've caught it after the fact, if we caught it right when the minute it's happening, it makes sense. We probably want to catch it before it happens, right? That would be your next goal.